And at our picnic, guess who showed up?
That's our picnic! You can't see the kettle chips!
Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact. And it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up if you want. Whatever. I can't live your life for you. Anyways, today we're jumping into rSlash LegbeardStories, continuing the Legbeard of my nightmares saga. And I just gotta say, it is so wonderful to have two Legbeard stories, two fresh Legbeard series going side by side alongside each other. It's just the stuff that dreams are made of, if you want me to be completely honest. Legbeard stories are indeed so very rare. So the fact that we get to study two of them right alongside each other simultaneously, I mean a day apart or so, but still almost simultaneously, that is just manna. That is a gift from the heavens. But that's enough rambling from me. I guess we'll get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some Legbeard cringe. The Legbeard of my nightmares, SAGA. SAGA! SAGA! I think it's Saga. But that's cool. You can't edit the title. That's like one of Reddit's main weaknesses. But I still like it. Hi, Reddit. How are ya? I've been watching ReddX lately. Good choice. Good choice. Since his videos always make me laugh, or at least cringe, at the stories, I'm an American in the UK. If you're interested, I did an AMA post about it. But long story short, I fell in love with an Englishman. Yep. Not sure where that came from, but there it is. The cast. OP, 19-year-old American in the UK for the first time. Meeting my long-distance boyfriend in person for the very first time. I'm kinda neckbeard bait. I'm curvy, but a healthy weight. A pale goth girl with black curly hair that is impossible to brush at times. Imagine a younger version of Bellatrix before she gone all crazy. Charlie, the 20-year-old ginger British man that I fell in love with. He's 6'4", tall boy, with shoulder-length ginger hair. He had punk-style clothing. He's kind of scary looking, but he also has an adorable cat named Jinx. Bonus points if you know the band member and band that the cat was named after. Let's see, Jinx. There's a character in League of Legends named Jinx. There's a reaction tuber with a bucket hat named Jinx. That's all that comes to mind right now. I guess I'm gonna have to miss out on them bonus points. Molly is Charlie's mother. She's kind and sweet. She's the only one in the family that doesn't have ginger hair. She had black hair that was coming back from chemo because she had liver cancer. Jesus. She's been in remission for 3 years now, going on 4 in December. Well, bless her for that. Hope she stays strong and healthy. She's not in this part, but she is a reference. Nick is Charlie's best friend. The most scary-looking guy I ever saw. Black hair, full-on goth with piercings and makeup, but he is kind and sweet. He tattoos sick children. Thank God OP put some context for that. That sounds terrible. He gives tattoos to sick kids. They're actually just skin markers that'll last a few days. And he was actually the one that did my first tattoo. Sally, the Legbeard. She's the daughter of a family friend. She's overweight and just generally a horrible person. Although mostly just to me. She smells like hair bleach and had badly bleached blonde hair. I think she did it herself. Have you ever had your hair bleached? You know that horrible smell. To me, it smells like dirty cat litter. I grew up in the early 2000s. I had my hair bleached. You know, them frosted tips or whatever. Oh, what a time it was to be alive. Larry was Sally's friend. He's mentioned here and there. He is indeed a neckbeard. He reminds me of an adult version of Cartman from South Park. So he's not fat, he's just big bones. Background on my relationship. Charlie and I met on the website called Vampire Freaks. I'm not familiar. It's a goth version of social media. Well, okay. That's why I'm not familiar. He found my page and added me. I thought that he was cute and I shot him a DM. We started dating at 17 and 18. We would do video chat and he actually met my parents through video chat. Then my parents surprised me with plane tickets to the UK. Wow. When we met in person, we were both in tears and just couldn't believe that we were actually in the same place. I met my wife online too. I think it only took me 5 or 6 months to actually save up, get over to the Philippines, but once I did, I never left. I get it, OP. Love takes you to some strange places. And long distance relationships can definitely work as long as it's not long distance forever. You know what I mean? Anyways, here's the story. 3 days after meeting in person, I finally slept off the jet lag. He took me over to his favorite places, and we had our first kiss on the London Eye, which is a Ferris wheel, and I met his friends. Charlie, meet OP, my cute American girlfriend. Nick, oh, you're real? Nah, man, he just photoshopped some pictures of me. He laughed and hugged me. OP, I think so, unless I'm imaginary and you both need medication. Nick, oh, I like her. And then Charlie was like, you can't have her, she's mine. No, he didn't say that. We went to a pub where I met Sally since she was there with her family. Her voice echoed as she called Charlie and Nick as we sat at a booth. She walked over and sat down next to Charlie. She kind of pushed me out of the way when she did. I shrugged and just sat next to Nick with a look of confusion on my face. She started asking Charlie about his day and tried to flirt with him. Charlie, yeah, I'm well, Sally, but you kind of pushed my girlfriend, so can you two switch? Sally looked me up and down. She gave me kind of a mean look as she got up to switch seats with me. OP, hey, I'm OP, Charlie's girlfriend. Oh, I should be doing my horrible English accent for everybody here. English Legbeard, here it comes. Sally, what accent do you have? OP, American. Sally, what state? OP, Ohio. Sally, that's a dumb name for a state. Charlie, stop being rude. She doesn't make fun of our country. Yeah, that's right. Look at me. I'm from Lincolnshire. That's a much better name, Lincolnshire. I don't even know where Lincolnshire is, okay? It's just the first name that popped into my head. No shade, is what I'm saying. We continue chatting about my hometown and some sites that Charlie would like to see once he visits. Nick, I'd love to go to the Rock Hall. If you noticed, I did mention my hometown, home of rock and roll. Did you mention your hometown? I think you just said Ohio. OP, I love it there, but we also have a few more sites. Charlie, well, you just made a list of places in your city for us to visit. We continue to chat, and Nick gets to know me a little bit more. Charlie brought drinks, and this was my first culture shock. OP, I never drank before. Nick, what? No way. You must have. I shook my head and mentioned the drinking age in America, which is 21. They looked shocked and gave me my first drink. I took a sip of my beer and I kind of cringed at the taste. They laughed and told me that it's a taste that I had to get used to. We ate some food and drank our one and only drink. We paid and they kind of cringed some more when I offered to pay the tip. Sally stayed with her family. Charlie, we paid the service charge, so no tip needed. If we didn't do that, then yeah, we tip. That is a bit of culture shock. I remember going to Japan. Drinking age was 18 in Japan too. Ooh boy. The Navy did not know what they were in for, getting the 18-year-old dating drunk. And yeah, Japan doesn't do tipping either. They get a little bit offended if you offer to tip them, which I assume it's the same in Europe. In the Philippines, they're very grateful for a tip. Although you don't have to do it. I generally do. Just because, makes them feel good. I feel good. I like tipping. But anyways, I just blink and put my card away. I just had my first 2 culture shocks in one day. We walk out of the pub after paying. We went into a shopping center and got a few snacks for me to try. McCoy's, Ribena, and a twirl.
Okay, McCoy's, Ribena, and twirl. I'll go grab my jacket.
It's another Peep Show reference. I've watched that show so many goddamn times. Then we call a cab and went to Charlie's flat. We walk in the front door and went up the many stairs. Till this day, I still wonder why someone would design an apartment with 2 flights of stairs. Oh, that's right, OP's from Ohio. Come to New York, come to LA, you're gonna see a lot more stairs than 2. We decided to watch some movies. I connected my laptop to the TV and put on Netflix, till Sally called and asked to come over with her guy friend. Charlie just said, yeah, but told her that she had to be nice. After an episode of Doctor Who, with the 9th Doctor, Sally walks in, and with the same complaint as me when it comes to the stairs, although probably for a different reason. Sally, I hate those stairs! This is Larry, me boyfriend! Charlie, that's my exercise every day. It's better than the illegal flat that you lived in. Sally rolled her eyes. Nick had to go home, and it just left Charlie, Sally, Larry, and myself. I sat on Charlie's lap and cuddled him. He smiled and kissed my forehead. Oh, that honeymoon phase. Larry checked me out when Sally looked away. Charlie excused himself to the restroom, and this is where Sally began to make fun of me. Sally, Americans are dumb and ugly. Your accent doesn't make sense. You shouldn't even be here with Charlie.
Charlie, that really hurt.
Date someone from your own country. Just because you showed up on his homepage on social media, it doesn't mean you answer his DM. Just go back to that pig country where you're from. Oh yes, Sally, you are the definition of posh. You're so posh. I mean, a lot of Americans are dumb and ugly, but so are a lot of people from the UK. Dumb and ugly is not specific to any region. OP, but I'm the one with Charlie, not you. I don't know why you're being rude for no reason, and I don't know why you're hating on me. Last time I checked, I got his heart, his time, and quite possibly his last name, so you better get used to me. I just smiled, and Charlie returned. I got up so we could go back to cuddling. I smile more and then kiss his cheek. And then cats do what they kinda do. Jinx decided to go on top of my laptop and log out of Netflix. Oh, good dexterity for a cat. It was getting late, and Charlie had Larry and Sally both leave. We had some adult fun on our own, and then fell asleep on the sofa in each other's arms as we whispered sweet nothings. In the morning, Charlie got dressed. Charlie was called into work for about 4 hours and told me to just entertain myself. And then we were going to Big Ben. I was wrapped up in a blanket. I decided to take a shower and then play with Jinx. I also took a few selfies. And then Sally DM'd me on Facebook, which wasn't too hard because Charlie had tagged me in his posts. I read the message. Sally, hi, OP, I'm sorry for being rude and coming off on the wrong foot. OP, it's fine. Let's just get along for Charlie's sake. I put my phone down and decided to watch a little bit of YouTube to entertain myself. What you watching, ReddX? Cool. Mr. Worldwide over here. Stupid. I decided to do yoga poses, which is kind of hard to do in those ripped skinny jeans. I was just bored and waiting for my boyfriend. After 4 long hours, he came back and went up those stairs. I was too excited to see him. I kissed him and he just smiled as we packed up for a picnic. We went to Big Ben and took a few photos. We had fun. And at our picnic, guess who showed up? If you have guessed Sally, congratulations. You got a cookie. It was a picnic.
So we're just having a lovely, innocent picnic.
We had 4 flavors of crisps. Goddamn, this whole post makes me think of Peep Show. Sally said, Charlie Bear! I hide the fact that I was upset that she had completely killed the moment. She sat down and smelled worse than that hair bleach smell that she had yesterday. She smelled like rotten fish during a heat wave. Ugh. Ugh. And it's worse because you know that it's not just a rotten fish smell. You know, like, where that smell is coming from. And it's in your nose. And you basically just want to cut your nose off at that point. I've had it happen to me a few times here, and I'm just like, I feel so violated. It is the worst. She took a few pieces of candy and started talking about her engagement. Charlie, you just met him 2 weeks ago and now you're engaged? OP, engaged faster than military men in America. Sally, it's true love, but the wedding is in 4 months. Charlie, congratulations, but OP and I are kinda in the middle of a date. She ignored that and just continued chatting with Charlie. Even though she's newly engaged, she continued flirting with Charlie, who looked extremely uncomfortable. I made an excuse that my family wanted to video chat soon. Charlie and I pack up the picnic. We both went back to his flat, and I thought that that was the end of Sally. But of course, nope. Next part is when she invited me to go wedding dress shopping with her. Oh joy. Why would you agree anyways? You just be like, nah, you're a bitch. But also, I guess it's your boyfriend's friend, so maybe try and play nicey nice, I guess. TLDR, a legbeard hates me! He tried stealing my boyfriend away because Americans are not good enough for a British man! Good enough to beat their ass in a war. Oh, snap! Anyways, thank you for reading. Sorry if this is a little cringe, but I'm learning how to use Reddit as I go. So have a good day, or night, or whatever. Man, I thought like English people was supposed to be subtle. Doesn't sound like Sally has a subtle bone in her entire body. I have experienced kind of the same thing, you know, get the 5th degree from Filipino guys about why I decided to marry a Filipina. And my general answer is like, duh, the heart wants what it wants, man. She's beautiful, she's smart, she's brilliant, she's selfless. She's the greatest wife and mother that I've ever seen. She has infinite patience for me being a dumb fuck up. She likes me despite my flaws. Need I go on? Like, I'm pretty sure the only reason that they're asking is because they would have married her if they'd gotten half the chance. But too bad I swooped in there, she mine now. Forever and always. God, I love my wife. So I definitely get moving across the ocean to be with the one that you want. I've been over here for 5 years now. We've been married for 4. I still haven't gotten all my marriage visa paperwork and stuff all done. We've been putting that stuff off pretty hardcore, mostly because I didn't have much money at the time. I was like making money via blog posts and stuff. But now that the YouTube's taken off, we can actually process some paperwork and get it done. So that's what we're working on. I know I talk pretty often in the Discord about, oh, I'm going to be gone for a couple days, going to Manila, a little bit more passport stuff, but it's all for the greater good. The greater good. Luckily, there ain't no Sally in my personal story. That woman sounds like an absolute pill. You know what her intentions are with your boyfriend, and honestly, I would push her as far away as possible. Though I do get it, it's earlier in the relationship. You don't feel quite comfortable bringing that subject up during the honeymoon phase, or it's gonna put a damper on basically everything else. But there will come a point where you're comfortable enough with each other and you can be like, hey, she makes me uncomfortable. Don't come at it from a direction of you need to not hang out with her. Just tell him how it makes you feel when she is around. And he seems like a good egg at the very least, so he probably will respond to that positively and be like, I don't even like Sally. She just kind of follows me around. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I definitely like hearing some stories from across the pond, as they say. I'm also across the pond, but it's the Pacific Ocean, which is more like a lake. I'm basically on the other side of the world, but I still like reminiscing. Hearing about a bit of culture shock also brings up some of the times that I have been exceedingly culture shocked in my life, so pretty cool that you were able to do all that, OP, that your parents were able to finance it. Ooh, absolutely killer. So yeah, OP, thank you very much for writing what you have. I hope we'll get another part eventually. You have been bookmarked, and I would like to share some more of your stories when you get a chance. No rush, you know. But if we could get a second Legbeard saga rolling on the channel along the same time as Stealthbeard, 2 Legbeard sagas, bro, that is exceedingly rare. Now that's good eats. Legbeard of my nightmares, part 2. Bridezilla Legbeard. My God, who's gonna marry a Legbeard? What are you doing out here? Hi, Reddit. Again, I just saw ReddX read my story. Whoop, whoop. It's a good story, too. Thank you for that. If you want, I can give you all the culture shocks that Charlie and I went through. I do want. Like Charlie's reaction to American snacks. But most of us are here for part 2 of Sally the Legbeard. If you didn't guess already, the name of the cat is, yes, Jinx from Black Veil Brides. ReddX didn't get those points, those bonus points. Also, even more bonus points to you if you say, I'm from Cleveland, so congratulations, double bonus points there. Where do we redeem these points? I didn't get any of them, but I just want to know what we can get. If you guys got like those super bouncy balls as a redemption prize, then I'm going to be super sad that I missed out on the points. As far as Cleveland goes, I love it there. Mostly for the Cleveland Brown Dog Pound. Yo! Fun fact, the person who made Superman is also from Cleveland. I didn't know that. I'm also not much of a football man, but I do know that the Browns, they're just having a rough go of it in general. Anyways, the cast. We've got OP, that's me, 19-year-old American in the UK for the first time. Meeting my long-distance boyfriend in person for the first time. I'm kinda neckbeard bait. I'm curvy, though a healthy weight. A pale goth girl with black curly hair that is impossible to brush at times. Imagine like a younger version of Bellatrix before she gone all crazy. Charlie is the 20-year-old ginger British man that I fell in love with. He's 6'4", tall boy, with shoulder-length ginger hair. He had a punk style of clothing. He's kind of scary looking, but he has an adorable cat named Jinx, after the Black Veil Brides or something. Do I still get the bonus points? No, I don't. Molly is Charlie's mother. She's kind and sweet. She's the only person in the family that doesn't have ginger hair. She had black hair that was coming back from chemo because she had liver cancer, though she's been in remission for 3 years now, going on 4 in December. Bless. Stay strong. Nick is Charlie's best friend, the most scary looking guy I ever saw. Black hair, full on goth with the piercings and the makeup, but he is kind and sweet. He tattoos sick children. They're actually just skin markers that will last a few days, but he is the one that actually did my first tattoo. Bill is Charlie's older brother, same height as Charlie, and he's a normal dressing guy. He's very happily married to Hope, and he's also a very smart businessman. He's a treasurer of a company. Oh man, Bill, you sold out, bro. What are you, like a company man now, dude? Can't believe you. Hope is the wife of Bill. She's a daycare teacher, and at this time, she is 6 months pregnant. She will tell you all about her students and their achievements. Sally, the Legbeard, she's the daughter of a family friend. She's overweight and just generally a horrible person, although mostly to me. She smells like hair bleach and had badly bleached blonde hair. If you've ever had your hair bleached, you know that horrible smell. To me, it smells like dirty cat litter. Larry is Sally's soon-to-be husband. He's mentioned here and there. He is definitely a neckbeard, and he reminds me of the adult version of Cartman from South Park. Whatever, you guys. Kayla is Sally's mother, not a Legbeard, surprisingly. She is very kind and caring. Due to some confusion on the layout of Charlie's flat, I'm gonna try and give you the floor plan the best that I can. So you walk through the front door, there's a shoe shelf on the right. You go up the first flight, you'll see a random window to a brick wall, and then go up to the second flight. You'll see a living area and a kitchen with a sliding glass door that I actually walked into when I wanted water in the middle of the night. I do not know why it's there, but whatever, it is. Go to the hallway on the left of the kitchen. The bathroom is the first door on the left, but go straight to Charlie's room, and it's basically got a walk-in closet and a master bathroom. Like I said, whoever designed it, I have a few questions why. I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention to question the floor plan. That's okay. Also, if you missed part 1 of this story, link in the description as usual. You know how we do. Anyways, here is the story. Charlie and I went back to his flat. I talked to my mother and thanked her for being the most awesome mom for giving me a surprise trip to the UK. Before you ask, I was saving up to go to the UK, but my parents surprised me. We did an indoor picnic and played music to dance to. Many reasons that I fell in love with him. After a while, we went to Molly's place. The house was beautiful. It was a large cottage with 3 bedrooms. The kitchen and living room were huge, and in the backyard, you see a greenhouse, which is where she grew food and flowers. Honestly, it's beautiful and totally garden goals. Molly, welcome to my home. Charlie, hello, Mom. OP, the home actually looks beautiful. Actually, like you were expecting it to be a shithole. Don't say it like that. Don't get in bed with the mother-in-law early. That's gonna be a disaster. We walked into the home. Bill welcomed Charlie as Charlie introduced me to his brother and sister-in-law. Bill, so tell me more about Cleveland. OP, we have a rock hall and Christmas story house. Sure, we don't have an amazing American football team, but we still cheer until our faces are blue. Charlie, we can't wait to go. Hope, I bet. Are you enjoying the UK? OP, yeah, it's beautiful here. Charlie's taking me to the Shakespeare Museum tomorrow. Out of nowhere, Sally came along with her soon-to-be husband who didn't look too happy. Yeah, friend of the family, just fucking let yourself in, right? Sally, hey Charlie, Bill and Hope. Bill, congratulations on the engagement. Sally, so OP, want to go wedding dress shopping since you can't make it to the wedding? OP, I don't know. I only have 4 days left on my visa. Sally, oh, you must! I want a gothic wedding! I'm doing it in 2 days! OP, sure, I guess. I didn't want to be rude, but I have to wonder if any dress designer can have a dress ready in just 4 months. Sally, perfect! My mom's gonna pick you up from Charlie's, and we're gonna go to the bridal shops! OP, can I have the time? Sally, I'll DM you on Facebook! I was really uncomfortable, and honestly, I didn't know what I had just gotten myself into. I just looked at Charlie, and he took me to Molly in the kitchen. Her cooking smelled delicious. She was making a vegetable soup with vegetables that she grew in her greenhouse. Now that's good eats. OP, smells delicious. Molly thanked me as we talked about food and recipes. I got her sweet potato brownie recipe, and she got my recipe for cornbread. Still to this day, she would ask me to make cornbread for family events. Molly, Charlie, please tell me you have plans to marry her one day. Charlie, well, I'm working on it. We laughed, but I don't know that he was actually working on it. After a while, we all ate like royalty and played a few board games, like Jenga and Uno. See, those are good games to play with the in-laws. You don't want to sit down and crush people in Monopoly. That just sows some bad seeds right off the bat. That's my little handy hint for life. After that, it was getting really late, so Charlie and I went back to his flat. 2 days later, Sally came to pick me up. She got a bridal stash and looked halfway decent. I sneezed due to her perfume, and she said, "Hi!" to Charlie. Then she took me off to the bridal shops. The consultant said, "Do you have an appointment?" Kayla, "Yes, for Sally." Consultant, "Okay. Do we have a budget for the dress?" Kayla, "Under 1,000 euros, please." Consultant, "Okay, follow me." Sally was too excited. Kayla and I sat down on the sofa as Sally walked to the dresses. Sally, "I want a copy of Kate Middleton's dress, but with bling!" Oh god, she's a classy broad, isn't she? Maybe she is a chavette. I only learned the word chav when I was doing research for the title of the last video. But with the bleach blonde hair and all, yeah, I'm pretty sure she fits it to a T. You guys can let me know what you think. Consultant, okay, but your wedding's in 4 months, and that type of dress would take up to 6 months. You'll have to take sample dresses or take some canceled dress orders. And then I heard a "ree." Never in my life did I think that I would actually hear a "ree." Sally, "It's my wedding day! I only get married once! I want my dream dress! Ree!" Consultant, please calm down. We can find you a beautiful dress. She was throwing an absolute Karen fit. I felt genuinely embarrassed for her. I wanted to just leave and never come back. Finally, Sally managed to calm down and started trying on dresses. The first one looks good on her, but she complained that she looks like a whale. A little bit of self-awareness shining through there. Dress after dress, and her hating absolutely everything about the dresses. She complained that she hates them all and wants to leave. She went back to the fitting room. She said, she'll get a dress from Amazon, and walked out. OP, I have a feeling that ordering a dress online wouldn't be a great idea. Kayla, imagine how I feel about the wedding. She told me she wants the royal wedding theme, like Kate Middleton wedding to Prince William. OP, isn't that wedding, like, really expensive? Kayla, yes, but she's my only daughter, and I want to make her happy. Ah, now we get down to the root of the problem, do we not? Kayla seems nice and sweet, but at the end of the day, she is the reason that her daughter is like this. Your job as a parent is not to make your children happy 100% of the time. It's to teach them how to grow up, how the real world works, and how to be functional adults. And it seems like Kayla has failed on that front. Sorry, Kayla. Truth hurts. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe people will come after me in the comments, but it is what it is. We followed Sally to the car. Sally was in tears and absolutely hates the fact that she couldn't find the perfect dress. I felt bad. I really did. She looked so vulnerable and broken. Sally, first, a stupid American took Charlie. And then, when I met my soulmate, Larry Berry, oh God, I can't find my dream wedding dress. I went from feeling bad to rolling my eyes in disbelief about that Charlie part. OP, what do you mean I stole Charlie? I didn't steal him. Sally, yes you did. Charlie and I would marry if you didn't show up on his own page. OP, how was that my fault? Sally, you're nothing but a gothic American slut! You're using him! OP, that's rich. I'm done here. Bye. And that is the proper response. Think whatever you need to think, bro. I'm not gonna waste my time or energy arguing about it. You want me to be evil? Okay, I'm evil. Fine. Whatever. I walked off and found a shopping mall. I called Charlie and asked him to pick me up. I was in tears of anger, but I didn't want to upset Charlie and have him go off. So I wiped my tears off and fixed my makeup. I found Charlie and we went back to his flat. Charlie, love, are you okay? OP, yeah, I'm just peachy. He kissed me and hugged me. I just melt in his arms. We played Call of Duty and just generally had a fun day. Call of Duty, Call of Duty. Charlie, I'm going to marry you one day. OP, I can't wait for that day. Sally then called Charlie in tears. Charlie calmed her down, and Sally told him that she didn't love Larry and wants to be with him. Charlie, Sally, we've been through this since we met. I don't like you in that way. I'm with OP and I love her. I met you as a family friend and I want to keep it like that. You can hear her crying on the phone as he hung up on her. Got him! He sighed and just looked emotionally exhausted from that phone call. So I cuddle him and just let him relax a little bit. OP, wanna take a nap together? Charlie, love to. We got in a comfortable cuddle position and just took a nap. I wanted to leave it on a happy note, but I have 5 more chapters and then the one and only Legbeard wedding of the century. So have a great day or night. Peace. Oh, Sally, Sally, when will you learn that you just can't always get what you want? Even if you spend millions of dollars on the wedding, Charlie is not in love with you. Besides, your styles clash. It would never work out. You're a chav. He's a punk. I honestly have no idea how she got it into her head that OP is the only roadblock. Like, hey, doesn't Charlie get a say in who he wants to be with? If I just remove every woman from his life, he'll have to be with me. Or die alone, which is honestly what I would choose if presented with those options. Oi! We're not going to end it here today. I'm going to power through, get that part number 3 in, because I am so hungry for more Sally the Legbeard, and just generally to watch it devolve more. So, let's get on into it. Legbeard of my nightmares, part 3. Hi Reddit, I hope you are enjoying my stories. I am. Due to my toddler dropping my tablet by accident, she was watching Disney, I'm on my phone, so sorry for bad formatting. You have a toddler? So I guess it did work out with Charlie? Is this Charlie's baby? Is it a ginger toddler? Also, toddler dropping the tablet, that's bad news. A rule that we have is the kid does not touch the tablet. I will touch the tablet. You do not pick it up. We got the cast. We've met OP. We've met Charlie. We've met Molly and Sally. But now we have Carolyn, my amazing mother. Kind and sweet as well as tough. Same thing with Molly. She had liver cancer and is going on 11 years of remission. What? That is so coincidental. She dyes her hair purple. I wouldn't be me if my mom didn't raise me. I could give you a 25 front-to-back essay about just how awesome my mom is. That's good. Always love your parents, for reals. Nicole is my roommate. She is an amazing roommate and my best friend. Dream roommate, honestly. Clean, pays her half of the rent and bills on time. She cleans up her mess, and while I was gone, she watered my plants and refused the money that I wanted to pay her, so I just took it off of her rent. I think I only ever had one roommate that was that much of a dream roommate. You know, I live with my friends, but they were messy. And with that, we are right into the story. So, I was going home to America. During this time, Charlie proposed. I was all smiles and couldn't wait to tell my family. Before you say, but you just met him. We'd been together for 2 amazing years. I was at the airport with Charlie. He kept telling me to stay, as I just cried. I wanted to stay, but my visa wouldn't let me. That's right, don't overstay or they're gonna kick you out and not let you back in. Can't you just like exit the country and then come back immediately? That's like what we do in the Philippines. Balik Bayan visas and stuff like that. They probably call it something different in the UK. After a few kisses and hugs, I went through the TSA and customs, and I was on a plane to go to California and then back to Cleveland. Bro, that's a long flight. They're going the wrong way, aren't they? From the UK to California and then to Cleveland? What the hell? Are you flying across all of Europe or something? Hoy. I read To Kill a Mockingbird on the plane, but an elderly woman complimented me on my engagement ring. I smiled and thanked her, and she gave me some advice, as elderly people are wont to do. She told me how her and her husband were in a long-distance relationship. Her marriage lasted 70 years before her husband passed away. We chatted, and honestly, her marriage was goals till we landed. Then I had to go on another plane to get to Ohio. I texted Charlie to tell him that I did survive the first leg of the flight. We video chatted, and then my flight was called. I hung up and went on my second flight. I checked Facebook, and Sally posted, "When you can't marry your true love, so you settled for Larry." Jesus, on Facebook? What a top-notch bitch, dude. That's horrible. Does Larry have a Facebook? I guess Larry doesn't care about her either. He's just like, I like that girl at the checkout stand, but she won't return my calls. Oh, everybody's settling. That is shocking. I just rolled my eyes and went on my flight back home. I texted my mother that I'd see her in 4 hours. My plan was to sleep off the jet lag in the backseat of my mom's car. On the flight to Cleveland from California, I had to sit next to a neckbeard. I acted like I was really into my book. His body odor just slowly killed me over the next 4 hours. After I landed and grabbed my luggage, I walked to my mom and gave her a big hug. I texted Charlie and told him that I am back in Cleveland. I put my luggage in the trunk and went to the back seat of the car. I laid down and that jet lag hit me. I fell asleep on the way home. My mom woke me up once we got to our apartment building. I walked through the lobby and went to the elevator. I hit my floor's button and went up to my apartment. Before you ask how I can afford this, the apartment complex wasn't in the best part of the city. You need a key port to get into the building, and the hallways often smelled like weed. Ah, bro, I'm gonna knock on some doors. Hey, what's up? You guys party? I walked in with my mom. My roommate welcomed me and told me that she ordered a pizza so I don't have to cook food. Oh, she is a Class A roommate. God damn. Nicole, OP, go to sleep. I'll wake you up when the food is here. You need to sleep. Whoa. OP, okay. Once I wake up, I'll tell you some good news. I walked to my room and did indeed fall asleep until Nicole woke me up for pizza. OP, good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear? Nicole, bad news first. Whoa. OP, I'm moving at the end of the year. Nicole, no, I want good news. Whoa. OP, Charlie proposed. I showed her my engagement ring. I was so excited. I told her how he proposed and had a commitment ceremony and that I would be moving to the UK to be with Charlie. Nicole lit up. Nicole, I'll save up to go to the UK wedding, man. My best friend's getting married. Whoa. You need to pick out a dress and bridesmaids and a flower girl, man. We ate pizza and I announced my engagement on social media. Friends and families were congratulating us until Sally saw it. She messaged me a long list of why I shouldn't marry Charlie. Too late, and little did I know at the time I was actually pregnant. Sally, how dare you take one of the British men? You don't deserve Charlie. You should have said no and gone home. Charlie needs a British woman. I don't want you in my country. Well, it ain't up to you, sweetheart. She was big mad, absolutely flipped out on social media. God, I want to see some screenshots, OP. She sent her LegBeard friends to go onto my page, and I got a lot of, ew, you're ugly, American slut, and a lot of, commit suicide comments. They DM'd to the point of my mental breakdown. I basically couldn't leave my bed because of all those comments. Don't do that, OP. You're giving them what they want. You gotta just freeze your profile. I think you can do that on Facebook. Or, block. Endless blocking. But at least she didn't respond. I tried so hard to be nice. I deleted the comments. Nicole stood up for me. And I told her that I didn't want Charlie to know. Because I didn't want to ruin the friendship between Kayla and Molly. Kayla was so sweet to me, but her daughter was something else. Charlie video chatted me. We talked about wedding plans and the rest of our lives together. 3 weeks later, Charlie came to Cleveland. What? He met Nicole and my family, and I took him sightseeing. Awesome! I want to take my little family back to California, man. There's so much cool stuff to see in California. Most of all, I want to go to the Natural History Museum and the Science Museum. Let the little kids run around in the butterfly cage. Oh my god, that'll be so cool. One day. We're getting moneyed. It's all good. I took him to the Rock Hall, Christmas Story House, Tower City, boat tour, and many more fun places. He had fun exploring Cleveland. Bro, you guys must be pretty moneyed, to be able to afford all this stuff. As young as you are. I didn't have any money to spend on anything until I was almost 30. But I'm not salty, though. I'm a little salty, though. We also had my photographer friend take some photos for her studio, and I paid her for her time and editing. We posted our adventuring photos, and I felt really sick. Morning sickness! During the time Charlie came, I just felt like vomiting. He thought it was because I got boat sick or maybe something that I ate. I just agreed, and we tried to enjoy each other's company. Bro, that little tablet dropping baby, that's Charlie's baby for show. Confirmed. Sally, of course, hated me even more now. Now I'm gonna marry Charlie and move to the UK. I applied for double citizenship and a marriage visa. Charlie, I can't wait to marry you. I knew the first time I saw your photo, I just had to marry you. I couldn't help but smile, and I got on his lap. OP, I can't wait either. Finally, we can be together and not have to worry about visas or long distance. 2 years of long distance, and now it's finally almost over. His phone rang, and of course, it was Sally. Charlie, Sally's calling. OP, I got it. And then OP threw the phone out the window. No, she didn't do that. She put the phone on speaker and just stayed quiet. Sally started up with, Charlie, I'm pregnant! I want you to be the godfather with Christina! Charlie, congratulations, but I'm busy with OP. Sally, you're engaged to her! Charlie, yes, I'm very happy to be with her. Say hi, OP. OP, hi, OP. I giggle and cuddle more. Sally, rude! Are you coming home soon? I want to do a baby shower. Yeah, that $1 million baby shower that's gonna be financed by your parents. Oh, God! Charlie, I'm in Cleveland for 2 weeks, but I have to go. OP's taking me to the Playhouse Square. Bye! He hangs up and just cuddles with me. After Charlie's visit, I took a pregnancy test, and it was positive. I freaked out and called Charlie. Now we had a wedding to plan, and I was hoping that my marriage visa would just hurry up. Charlie was so happy to hear that he was going to be a father. I made an appointment to confirm the pregnancy. Nicole, so you're pregnant, and now you're moving sooner? Whoa! I think you should have the baby in Ohio. We have the best hospitals in the world. OP, but I don't have money to pay for the hospital bill. Do you know how expensive it is here? Nicole, oh man, good point. Plus, you can't eat once you stepped inside the hospital. I kept checking on my marriage visa, which was about 1,500 pounds, which both of us have to pay half of. In other words, my life savings were now used up. I had zero once I took all that out. Hey man, it's just money, you know? Easy come, easy go. What's really important is happiness, comfortability, being with the one that you love, right? Right. A week later, my pregnancy was confirmed. I was 1 month along. I took a photo of the ultrasound and sent it to Charlie with the text, Hi, Daddy! He's not supposed to have the Legbeard voice. What is this? Hi, Daddy! We posted more about our engagement and let Sally enjoy her posting about her own possibly fake pregnancy. Sally was posting more and more about how an American stole her dream man! You gotta love it. Here are some examples. I would post screenshots here, but I'm blocked, and honestly, it's been years. Americans shouldn't come to the UK because they gained their freedom! Britain needs to take America back! And my favorite, Americans shouldn't be alive! Round them up! That was not funny. You've just advocated genocide. I can't sign off on any of that. But the level of vitriol, I mean, I gotta laugh. Especially because of how impossible all of those things you stated are, and how inconsequential this Legbeard is in the grand scheme of things. What are you gonna do? Call up the Queen and be like, hey, Queen, we need to take back America. And she's like, all right, roll out. It's never gonna happen. Just be grateful you got a man. How about that? Just be grateful someone decided to plant their seeds in this obviously foul, evil soil. Like I said, yes, Sally hates me. I know America isn't perfect, but it's still home. So those comments did hurt, but of course, I didn't show it. I still love where I'm from, and I visit home during the holidays with my daughter, who loves our science center and the zoo. Oh, the LA Zoo! I gotta take the kids to the freaking zoo! There's so much to do once we go back to California, man. I'm dreaming of the day. Disneyland? Jesus. I gotta make a list somewhere. After 2 long months, I got approved for the marriage visa and citizenship classes. I got really excited and started packing clothes and important things like my birth certificate, IDs, social security card, passport, and then I went to help Nicole find a new roommate and clean out my room. Both of us were in tears as I packed up my things. She wanted to keep some of my plants and some room decor. Part 4 is all about Sally's reaction to me studying to be a citizen in the UK. Oh, that's gonna be gold. This story has definitely taken like some massive twists and turns that I did not expect. Usually I expect Legbeards to be a bit more manipulative, you know what I mean? But it seems that Sally has just taken the neckbeard route of absolutely slamming her face against this guy until he finally takes notice of her, which is not gonna happen obviously, but she can't seem to stop herself. She keeps making crap up like, oh, we're gonna get married. Oh, no, I'm pregnant, but I still want you, though. It's never gonna happen, bitch. Let it go. But it is a wonderful devolution to sit by and watch. I would think out of any Legbeards, English Legbeards would be some of the sneakiest, the most manipulative. Like they put on a very posh kind of front, but really they're snaking around to get your man. But this chick, luckily, is far too dumb for any of that, quite obviously. So I cannot wait until OP tells us about when she's back in the UK, gets a few more face-to-faces with Sally, apparently does attend the Legbeard wedding. That's gotta be a show, man. There's so much good stuff going on. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, again, we have Stealthbeard, who is absolutely quiet, manipulative, snaky. And then Legbeard of my nightmares is just like completely off the wall, like absolutely insane. Fun comparison to make. I'm really glad that we have these series going side by side.
Let's go to the pub. I want fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Fat guys think we're a diet food.
Legbeard of my nightmares, Sally's reaction. Hi Reddit. I haven't got my tablet fixed yet, but you know, life is crazy. A bug, illness, has been going through our house. It's going through basically everyone, so I'm still on my phone. Sorry for bad formatting. And now we are into part number 4 of Sally, the Legbeard of my nightmares. The cast, OP, that's me, 19 years old. I'm kinda neckbeard bait. Now pregnant, pale goth girl with black curly hair that is impossible to brush at times. Imagine like a younger version of Bellatrix before she gone all crazy. I guess I should have picked it up that she was doing a Weasley thing when she mentioned Bellatrix, you know? I don't know. I have no defense. I guess I don't really need to defend myself on that, but it's just crazy to me that I didn't catch it at all. Charlie, the 20-year-old British man that I fell in love with, he's 6'4" with shoulder-length ginger hair. He had punk-style clothing, soon to be dad. Molly was Charlie's mother. She's kind and sweet. She's the only one in the family that doesn't have ginger hair. She had black hair that was coming back from chemo because she had liver cancer. She's been in remission for 3 years now, going on 4 in December. Dang, oh, that's so rough. Just stay strong. Hang in there, you know. Then we got Sally, our Legbeard, the daughter of a family friend. She's overweight and just generally a horrible person, though mostly just to me. She smells like hair bleach and had badly bleached blonde hair. If you've ever had your hair bleached, you know that horrible smell. To me, it smells like dirty cat litter. Bill is Charlie's older brother, same height as Charlie, treasurer of a company, and a new dad to a baby boy. God damn, everybody's having babies around here. We got some new castmates. Jack is Charlie's other best friend. He was deployed when I went to the UK for the first time, so I didn't get a chance to meet him. And then we got Vicky, who is Jack's girlfriend. She is the most charitable person. She runs soup kitchens and helps homeless shelters. She actually helped me study to become a citizen. I am Jack's charitable girlfriend. It's a Fight Club reference. Come on, everybody. God damn it. Here's the story. After a month of my arrival, Charlie and I started to plan our wedding, and I finally met Jack and Vicky. They loved me, and we actually had a lot in common. Vicky, Marvel movies were filmed in Cleveland. Wait, that's not a British woman? Yeah, she's a valley girl. She's from a British valley. OP, some scenes. Jack, that's cool. We ate pizza and we heard the doorbell, and I felt a shiver run up my spine. The ground shakes, and you can hear the roar of the LEGBEARD. It can't be. I just hoped that it wasn't her. But indeed, it was Sally and Larry, and Charlie let him in. God knows why. London was known for the rain, and it was raining cats and dogs outside. Sally walked up those famous 2 flights of stairs, and when she got up, she was breathing heavily. I don't know if it was her being overweight or the pregnancy that might have been causing it, but she was shocked to see me. Sally, hi, OP! Vicky, hi, Sally. Larry. Larry was behind Sally. I could smell his body odor that he tried to cover with Axe body spray. Man, Axe is over in the UK too? Bruh, Mr. Worldwide. My nose was burning from the smell, and I ran to the restroom to vomit. Yeah, that old sensitive pregnant nose, you know. Can't be around neckbeards at this time. Charlie followed me and held my hair back. I was miserable. Vicky got me a cup of water to rinse my mouth out, and Charlie made sure that I was generally okay. Then I brushed my teeth. I walked out to the living room. Larry asked if I was okay, and Sally told him that I was fine. She told Charlie about her royal-themed baby shower. She's more obsessed with royals than Americans are with their guns. I'm not joking about guns in America. It's a huge debate there. Yeah, we know, but we try to stay apolitical around here. I ain't got no opinion. And then Sally asked, are you wearing Charlie's jumper? OP, yeah, he gave it to me when I went to America so I wouldn't miss him too much. It didn't work. Still missed him. I smile, and it was hiding my bump. So would some of my Browns football jerseys, since I still watched football with my family online. Sally, that's dumb! Charlie, it was my idea. Sally, whatever! I'm throwing a royal-themed baby shower. It'll be white and gold. You should come, OP. It's on Tuesday. OP, I'm sorry, but I have citizenship class. Sally, you can't miss it. OP, no, or I'll lose my chance. Sally, it'll be my only baby. Yeah, she looking into the future. She knows she and Larry ain't gonna last. She had alcohol on her breath. Oh my God. This made me question her pregnancy. OP, well, I'm sorry, but I don't want to leave my Charlie. Larry,
OP, tell us more about yourself.
OP, what do you want to know? Larry,
Your childhood.
lay down on the couch. Tell me about your mother. OP, I was born and raised in Cleveland, but I have siblings and we didn't really have much. My mom would rather make memories for us than have the newest stuff. We cheered for the Browns and we went to the indoor amusement park every year. Larry,
What's that?
OP, an indoor amusement park. It was a Cleveland thing. And here's some of the commercial. Sponsored by...
IX Indoor Amusement Park. Gotta get to the IX Indoor Amusement Park.
Sally, is it fun? OP, yeah, we ride all day long and have greasy food. I love it there. It was so cool, so fun. And now I have the commercial jingle stuck in my head, so I kind of start humming it. Charlie, why does that sound like so much fun? OP, because it was. I love the swing ride. Maybe next year we could go for a weekend. Sally huffed and looked at Larry like, thank you for making her more interesting. I took off the jumper and I was wearing a band t-shirt. My small baby bump was showing. Sally, you're gaining weight, OP. Go to the gym. You're one to talk. OP, I'm not fat, I'm pregnant. It's the end of my first trimester. I can't wait to meet my little one. Sally.
Yeah, right. Charlie told me he didn't want children.
Charlie. No, I didn't. Larry.
Sally, let's go to the pub. I want fish and chips.
Sally.
Fine, let's go.
They walk down the stairs. OP, is it just me or did anyone else smell alcohol on her breath? Vicky. Yes. Isn't it a big thing about pregnancy that you can't drink? Oh, Vicky. She's a valley girl for real. I nodded and made a note of that. It is the start of the slow downfall of Sally. The very slow downfall. And I find that that makes for the best downfalls. Sudden and slow. 2 days later, Charlie and I found a house for rent to own. It was perfect for a growing family. The landlord let us paint the rooms. It wasn't much, but it was perfect. We set up a baby registry on Amazon so my family could send things to us. It was gender neutral, like nappies, bottles, high chair, some books. Charlie, what should the nursery theme be? OP, we should do like vintage Winnie the Pooh. Simple. And who doesn't love Winnie the Pooh? Yeah, Winnie the Pooh's also pretty gender neutral, isn't it? I remember we got a Winnie the Pooh bed for my boy before we knew that he was a boy. Charlie, I love you more than Pooh loves honey. God, it's saccharine. Oh boy. That honeymoon phase though. I just smiled. He didn't say it back. He just smiled. Like, yeah, I know. You love me? I know. I looked at Pinterest to get ideas. I started making a board to get an idea of what I wanted the nursery to look like. Kayla sent a Facebook invite to Sally's Royal Baby Themed Baby Shower. But the gifts had to be something that you would give a royal baby. Well, the difference between her and actual royals were that the royals had money to splurge on gifts. Even if you had money to get a gift that you give a baby prince or princess, here's the thing. Like, what do you get them? A designer teddy bear? I'm getting off topic, but thankfully, I have class. Dodge that bullet, maybe. 2 days later, we had Charlie's friends helping us move into the house. Jack,
We're not having OP lift a finger.
OP, I'm pregnant, not glass. I can help out. Bill,
Nope, just relax. We got it, OP. Just relax and drink your water.
I rolled my eyes and let him win the playful argument. But I always vomit and am generally miserable. Charlie always came in to check on me. I just cried and told him that I just want to enjoy my pregnancy. That's not how it works. I mean, some pregnancies are a lot easier than others, but it does sound like you're having a rough one, or had a rough one. I just start full on sobbing, and all Charlie could do was hold me. Charlie's friends finished putting everything together, and I thank them with tears coming down my face. Bill,
You look like you need a brotherly hug.
he opens his arms and I hug him. It reminds me of my older brother, and then the homesickness started to hit me. After 10 minutes and me apologizing to Bill for the tear stains, he laughed and told me it ain't the worst thing he ever got on him. And I laughed. He was right. I do need a brotherly hug. Bill reminds me of my older brother, Terry. I had a feeling that they would vibe together, and now I was just more homesick. Charlie and I planned our backyard potluck wedding. We sent out some email invitations, and somehow we invited Sally and Larry. How does that work? I guess this is the trouble with email invites, you know? They go out so quick. If you like print a paper one, have to mail it to their house, there's a lot more steps, and you'd be like, oh, we almost made a huge mistake. With email invites, you like click the button. Okay, they're invited now. And of course, it would be rude to take back the invite. The next part is Sally complains. Have a great night. By the way, thanks for the support and teaching me how to Reddit. Before you ask, the indoor amusement park is no more. The center closed, and it was a sad day for everyone. Rip my childhood fun. Also, made a mistake. Sorry, part 7 will be about the wedding. Sorry about the misdirection. So probably only one more video after this one for Sally the Legbeard, which is sad, but also all good things must come to an end. We're really having some fun with Sally's derpery after the serious couple of videos, Boot Beard and Casino Beard. I am very grateful for it. I really do hope that Sally's not pregnant, just for 2 different reasons. One, it is terrifying to think that Larry the Neckbeard and Sally the Legbeard are reproducing together. What the hell? That's not good. But also, yeah, generally, like fetal alcohol syndrome, that is horrible. What a thing to inflict on your child just because you can't stop drinking. I'm sure we'll come to find out that it was all fake, or maybe she's just hanging out in the pub but not actually drinking anything, and she accidentally got some alcohol in her mouth. That's why she smells like alcohol. She's just rinsing her mouth out with beer. That's safe, right? Holy God. It also seems to me a little bit like, you know, Larry's trying to creep on the OP a little bit. So we've got like a love rectangle going on. It's a mess, needless to say. But we shall see how much more of a mess it can become as we jump into the next part. Legbeard of My Nightmares, Part 5, aka Vampire Freak's Nightmare. Ooh, are we getting back on the internet? Are we shopping for a new boyfriend now? Don't do it. Hi Reddit, thanks for the support and kind messages. Those who asked about Jinx, she's still with us, and a very spoiled guard cat. She doesn't know her size and will hiss and growl if you ever get near my daughter. We've got the cast. Looks relatively the same, all things considered, except for a blurb about Larry here. Sally's soon-to-be husband and baby daddy, adult version of Cartman from South Park. Now, I never described his looks, but like Sally, and he smells rotten, and now he's trying to look like Charlie. He dyed his hair ginger, and tried, and failed, to start dressing like him. He wore a stretched-out band tee and black jeans with a chain on it. I'm telling you, dude, Larry's trying to come at the OP. He's like, oh, you like redheads, huh? I could be a redhead. But the difference is, you're disgusting. Anyways, into the story. Now, from the last part, we accidentally sent Sally the invite to our backyard potluck wedding. Big mistake. It would be rude to take it back and tell her that it was a mistake to invite her, but I probably would have done exactly that. Charlie, calm down, OP. OP, it's a mistake. We don't want her there. After my mild panic attack, I calmed down a little bit. We focused on the wedding planning and cleaning up the backyard. The backyard was horrible. We have garbage bags, and Molly let us borrow her gardening tools. We heard the sound of our broken doorbell. No one can tell that we're home since Charlie's car was in the garage and the fence was high enough. I went into the house and looked through the peephole. It was Sally and Larry. Jinx was hissing at them through the window. You don't even really have to check. It just gives the people that are at the peephole a higher chance to catch you, doesn't it? Who else is gonna come over unannounced? I slowly opened the door. I wasn't in the full goth mode. I was in black overalls, a red shirt, and a black sun hat with some combat boots. Sally, you look weird! OP, thanks. Come in. Why would you invite them in? Sally, I got an engagement gift for Charlie Bear! That never fails to make me cringe. OP, I'll get him. He's cleaning the backyard. I walk to the backyard. OP, guess who's here? Charlie, I heard. He slowly walked in, and he's covered in dirt from cleaning the backyard. Sally, Charlie Bear! I got you a gift! Charlie, thank you. Put it on the coffee table, please. I don't want to get it dirty. Larry,
So, I heard about the backyard potluck wedding. Can't wait.
Charlie, me either. OP and my mum is cooking. OP's making some of her favorite dishes and got some recipes from her grandmother's. OP, I hope I don't mess it up. We're cooking for 50 people. My family's coming over, and I haven't seen my older brother and little sister in a while. Sally, middle child! OP, yeah, my brother and I are 3 years apart. If you want to do the math, my brother and sister are 8 years apart. So how much older would I be than my sister? Oh boy, we got into a math lesson out of nowhere. I'm gonna go to the store and buy 50 oranges. You wait for me right here. Of course, Sally says, I don't know. OP, 5 years. I'm 5 years older than her. Yeah, 8 minus 3. Okay, I get you. Larry,
After you have your baby, you want to go bungee jumping?
thanks for the non sequitur, Larry. OP, no, a broken rubber brought me into this world. I'm not letting one take me out. I'm good on that. Charlie busts out laughing. One thing about Charlie is that his laugh is totally contagious. I start laughing because Charlie's laughing. I just can't help it. Sally says, seriously, Charlie? Stop laughing! Charlie, thought it was funny, so I laughed. Sally, want to get a few drinks? OP, I'm good, but aren't you pregnant? Drinking while pregnant isn't good. Sally, a few drinks won't hurt them. Oh, Jesus Christ. Someone slap this woman. Just try to slap some sense into her. God. Charlie, OP and I are busy. Sally, with what? OP, the backyard. Sally, why? OP, because this is a fixer-upper. We fixed the holes, plumbing, and master bedroom, and now we're working on the backyard and the nursery. Sally, I'm doing the royal nursery. She wants so bad to be a royal. Oh, are there people like this out here? I can't imagine deifying a person like this. But then again, people do it to politicians all the time, so I guess I can't be too surprised, but it's really outside my frame of reference. OP says, you're more obsessed with the royal family than America is with their guns. Sally, they're royals! I just rolled my eyes. Jinx jumped from the window and hissed at Sally, and followed me to the backyard to enjoy some sun. I grabbed my bottle of water. Charlie, well, no on the drinks, and thanks for the gift, but OP and I have to finish the backyard for the wedding. They leave, and Charlie walked to the backyard. I was raking the leaves. 1 week later, we went to Sally's royal baby shower at an indoor garden. She made sure that Charlie and I could go and see how rich her mom is. I wore a black sundress with a black sun hat and black heels. Charlie held the gold color gift bag and a gold color wrap box. In the bag was a teddy bear, and in the box was some baby bath with like a baby grooming set, hairbrush, nail clippers, and some towels. It's cute that he assumes the beard spawn is going to bathe. Sally, Charlie Bear! And OP. Glad you can make it. Charlie, thanks for inviting us. I look around. I had a feeling that Kayla paid for everything. OP, so do you know the gender? Sally, no! Have a few drinks and enjoy! Charlie and I walked to the table that was absolutely covered with gifts. OP, I want to run. Charlie, we stay 20 minutes, and you say you feel sick and we have to leave. The master plan. I nodded till a waitress came our way and offered us a fruit cocktail. Charlie and I grabbed one, and he tried it. He told me that he tastes vodka, so I gave him mine. OP, but Sally had like 5 of those. Charlie, poor baby. Besides the vodka, it is really good. I kissed his cheek, and he gives his adorable, goofy smile. Larry, hey, OP! OP, hi, congratulations on the baby. Larry,
Thank you, but It's not mine. She told me that it's Charlie's.
Oh, here it comes. I saw this predicted in the comments of the last video, so yeah, it was somewhat of an inevitability. But now the bomb has been dropped, and we get to see it unfold. Charlie dropped the fruit cocktail and turned pale. Charlie? Not me. I lost my virginity to OP. I turned red. Redder than a cherry. I do not know what to say. Larry?
So, whose baby is it?
OP? I thought it was yours. Charlie told him that we're leaving as he guides me to his car. Yeah, that's a fine exit, I suppose. Not my baby, gotta go by. 3 days later, we went on Vampire Freaks. I got a few more followers and I posted a photo of me. I went through a list and saw Sally's new Vampire Freaks profile. She tried to copy my style and had a cheap wig. So Sally and Larry are basically just like gonna become dollar store versions of OP and Charlie. That's hilarious. Like I said, my hair is curly and hard to brush. If I decide to straighten my hair, it'll take me 45 minutes to do so. The worst part about my hair is the Monica situation. If you watch Friends, you know what happens. My hair will frizz out. When this happened, Charlie calls me his lion. I wished I had saved some photos on that site. I really should have saved them. I tried to use the Wayback Machine and just couldn't find it. Some of her posts were as follows. New wig! New me! I'm too goth to die! And more general posts like this. She tried to copy me. I post a lot about mental health services and my life. I made a cringe bio. Life is a box of chocolates. You enjoy them till you die because the paste was poisoned. I know it was cringe, but I was a teenager and just trying to be edgy, as we all were, OP. If I could smack my past self, I would. I'm not that type of person anymore, so please don't judge me too harshly on that. Nah, couldn't do it. Because if I judged you about that, then I'd have to judge myself about that, and I guarantee that I was worse. But Sally followed me and commented, Homewrecker! On every photo of Charlie and I. My followers defended me. I'm still friends with a lot of them. They actually watched ReddX and told me that I should post my story. Hey, killer, Mr. Worldwide over here. I think that's the second time I made that joke, but it's not in the same context, so it counts. Anyways, in part 6, we're gonna go all detective on Sally's pregnancy, and then part 7 is the Legbeard wedding, so we're looking forward to quite a delicious video in the next one. But until then, goodbye. God, what a mess. Did she really, like, fake a pregnancy and have a baby shower thrown for herself for a baby that doesn't actually exist? Oh, Lord. Maybe she did get pregnant from somebody else that's not Larry, but she said it's Charlie, but it's not Charlie either. It's like this third party that we haven't even met, but that's also a pretty hard sell. You know what I mean? Who is going to want to get her pregnant on purpose? I think it's much more likely that she lied about the whole thing, and she took the lie so far that she had an entire baby shower to back it up, which is, what the hell? That is so wild. It's also a bit outrageous to me that she's like trying to show off how much money her mom has and stuff, but they can't afford a dress that's like more than £1,000. I guess you ain't that rich though. Or maybe she just knows that even if they get married, the marriage isn't going to work out, so she doesn't want to put too much money into the wedding and such. A baby, though, that baby's going to exist whether the marriage falls apart or not, unless her daughter lied about it to her face, which I don't think that she thinks her daughter would ever do. She thinks that she has like 100% faith in her daughter and wants to get her daughter the best, and that's why your daughter turned out to be a Legbeard, Kayla. Absolute mess, and I am absolutely loving it, if I can be quite honest. I'm looking forward to parts 6 and 7. You know, the baby detective and the Legbeard wedding. And it is there that all things should probably be brought to a head. We'll find out exactly how crazy this woman is, but I already have my suspicions. She is nuts. But I hesitate to even call her nuts because that's kind of an insult to nuts, you know? Nuts are useful and delicious and packed with protein. Sally is packed with bullshit. Oh, but it's good entertainment, I'll tell you that much.
OP is hot.
Humble brag.
I too am extraordinarily humble.
Legbeard of my nightmares. Sally's conspiracy theories. Oh man, this will fit right into stories about Kevin, won't it? She's a Kavina as well. We got all kinds of crossovers going on. Hi everyone. I came back from my birthday camping trip with my family. We had fun, hiking, taking photos, enjoying nature. My daughter also had her first s'mores. What an experience. I hope you didn't burn the marshmallows like some kind of heathen. But thank you to those who DM'd me happy birthday and general support for the series. I can't believe people are actually enjoying my stories. Thank you ReddX for reading. Charlie did enjoy your videos. I'm sorry for being late. I had to treat Poison Ivy on Charlie. Yeah, a little bit of calamine. He'll be all right. Just don't scratch it. Trigger warning. Mentions birth and compilations. Which I think is a typo for complications. But if you're watching the full saga, then it's probably a funnier typo than it should be. If this triggers you, please skip this story. If you missed any of the previous stories, by the way, of course, they are in the description for you to view at your leisure. And of course, we've got our cast list. OP, that's me, 19 years old, I'm kinda neckbeard bait, now pregnant, pale goth girl with black curly hair that is impossible to brush at times. Imagine a younger version of Bellatrix before she gone all crazy. Charlie, the 20-year-old ginger British man that I fell in love with. He's 6'4" with shoulder-length ginger hair. He had punk-style clothing, soon to be a dad. Molly, Charlie's mother. She's kind and sweet. She's the only one in the family that doesn't have ginger hair. She had black hair that was coming back from chemo from liver cancer. She's been in remission for 3 years now, going on 4 in December. Then we got the one and only Sally, our Legbeard of the story. She's the daughter of a family friend. She's overweight and just generally a horrible person, but mostly just to me. She smells like hair bleach and had badly bleached blonde hair. If you've ever had your hair bleached, you know that horrible smell. To me, it smells like dirty cat litter. Kinda like her personality, also like dirty cat litter. Larry, dyed ginger hair and trying to be goth or punk. Sounds kinda like Bubble Bass from SpongeBob SquarePants. He is currently dating Sally, and he is indeed a neckbeard. Bill, Charlie's older brother, same height as Charlie, treasurer of a company, and a new dad to a baby boy. Jack is Charlie's other best friend. He's in the Royal Navy, kind and funny. If you're having a bad day, he will make you laugh. And the story. Charlie and I were finishing up the last details in the backyard, including an area to grow our own food. My baby was kicking every time that Charlie spoke. We didn't want to know the gender until they were born. Yes, the tablet-dropping baby is Charlie's baby. And she was born with a head full of ginger hair. OP, they're kicking again. Charlie, aw, they're happy. I can't wait to meet them. OP, they kick every time they hear you, so please be quiet so they stop kicking my bladder. You're right in the backyard, you can just go pee in the corner. I'm just playing. Charlie laughs and continues working in the backyard, and Larry decided to come help me. Larry,
OP, where do you want the flowers?
OP, along the fence, please and thank you. I don't know why Larry came to help, but I'll admit that he did work hard. He was trying to impress you, probably. It was nice to have extra hands since I couldn't bend over or be on the ground without help. In other words, if I dropped something, it was basically impossible for me to bend down and get it. Charlie was amazing help with grabbing everything that I dropped. Larry told me everything about Sally getting benefits. Larry,
Is it possible for you to get benefits yet, or no?
just moved to the country and get all benefits. Bruh, Larry setting that bad example. OP, I don't need them. I got a job at a retirement home. If I had to pay for medical care like I did in the USA, then yeah, I'd apply for medical assistance. Larry,
Wait, how much would it cost for you to have a baby in the US?
OP, depending on what type of method, home birth with a midwife, birthing center, or at a hospital, knowing that I might have a C-section, I'll probably have the baby in the hospital, which is between $11,000 to about $30,000. Larry,
$30,000? What the hell? No wonder you want the baby here. I'll be homeless after paying that. It's a down payment for a house. Charlie, are you hearing this?
OP, why do you think people don't go to the hospital? If the sickness won't kill them, then the medical bills will. I laughed at my joke, but everybody looked at me. Charlie just blinked. Nobody else really knows the struggle, OP. Unfortunately. Larry,
OP, why did you laugh? People really don't go to the hospital?
OP, because it's a joke in America. Again, where I'm from, we make fun of ourselves. People go, but a lot of them go into medical debt. Now this went kind of dark, so can we skip this conversation? It's a joke in America. It's a joke to the rest of the world too. The only reason that we join in laughing at it is because we know that it will probably never change. You either start laughing at it or you go absolutely insane about it. I just try not to think about it too much. It's the same in the Philippines though, as I think I've stated somewhere on the channel before. Larry just nodded, and I made some lemonade. I heard, "Larry Bear!" Of course. Sally walks into the backyard with a piece of paper. I shrugged and just enjoyed the almost finished backyard. Sally, "We got approved for benefits!" Larry,
But we don't need them.
Sally, "A woman's place is at home with the children!" I rolled my eyes at that statement and bit my tongue. Larry,
No, they can be anything. My mom's a midwife. You know that, Sally.
OP, really? How come you never told anyone that? Larry,
I mean, yeah, she is, but, she's retiring soon.
Sally,
Yeah, OP, she wants me to stop drinking and smoking for the health of the baby. Oh, nothing like that is going to happen.
OP, fetal alcohol syndrome, or the fact that the baby will be addicted to nicotine, or every time you smoke, you're taking oxygen away from the baby? Sally,
Puh, conspiracy theories.
yeah, stillbirths are a myth, Sally. Have you ever seen a person with fetal alcohol syndrome? God damn. I rolled my eyes. I was worried about birth complications due to my family history. When I was born, I was blue due to not breathing, and I was rushed to the NICU, which is the newborn intensive care unit. I was honestly scared that history would repeat itself, so I can't imagine the best for that baby when Sally does what she does. OP, have you ever seen videos of drug addict newborns? They shake and go through withdrawals. It's horrible. Sally,
Conspiracy theories, OP. It's the vaccines.
oh no. That sounds like a conspiracy theory unto itself. What's going on here? I did a spit take. I believe in a few conspiracy theories, like the royal family had something to do with Princess Diana's death. People say that I'm crazy for believing in it, and maybe I am, but I don't go around saying it. Let me ask you the realest question, OP. Do you think Epstein killed himself? About you, comments section. OP. Vaccines? Do you have any proof of that? Sally.
No, but I'm not letting my baby have autism.
OP. I'm autistic. What's wrong with that? Sally.
Oh no! You got it from the vaccines, and you give it to Charlie! He doesn't need to be stupid like you!
OP. Leave. Sally.
What?
OP. Leave! Fucking leave! Before I do something that I regret! She gathered her things and tried to run. Waddle is more like it. Larry followed behind her. I had tears coming down my face, and I just broke down. I was picked on for being autistic to the point of near suicide. I just masked it and only told a few people. Charlie was my first boyfriend who accepted me for me. I felt so small as Charlie held me. Bill went in the house to get tissues. OP, I'm sorry for overreacting. I didn't mean to get out of hand. Bill?
You're fine, OP. I don't think anyone would remain calm after that. No one deserves that, OP.
Jinx came out and jumped up on my lap. I just pet her and she purred. Her purr somehow managed to calm me down. I didn't know what to do next. I felt like I was going to curse my baby in the future and was scared that my child would be made fun of for having an American and autistic mother. My daughter does love me, and I'm still learning how to be a mom. I'm not a perfect mom, but my daughter is happy and healthy. I don't think there is such a thing as a perfect parent. We're all just doing our best, man. OP, what if I'm cursing my baby into being autistic? Charlie. OP, do you know why I fell in love with you? I shook my head. Charlie, because you're my butterfly. You and a butterfly have something in common. You both don't see how beautiful you are. You are beautiful, kind, and the most compassionate girl I've ever met. You have a heart of gold. I had a few stray tears at that point, and this is where I began to really hate Sally. I tried to be nice, but now I'm not gonna bother with being nice anymore. OP, I'm taking away my wedding invite. I don't want her there. I don't want her near me ever again. This is gonna be the last time that she hurts me. If you ever mention her, I started seeing red. This Legbeard was made in my nightmares. Oh, she said it. I sent her an email stating her invite was taken away. I started officially cutting her out. Charlie also blocked her on everything, and we just focused on our wedding and the Winnie the Pooh nursery. I focused on my citizenship courses and studied for the test, and I still have to go to the wedding because of Larry. Don't feel bad for him because I'm gonna post his saga next. I don't feel bad for him at all. He's been a snaky neckbeard this whole time, bro. I don't even know why you're going to the wedding for him. But But the fun part of my revenge truly was making Charlie happy. She hates me and wants Charlie. So the best revenge is making him happy and loved. I wasn't gonna hurt her physically, but I would sure as hell hurt her emotionally. Now the next part is the Legbeard wedding of the century. Have a great day or night. Remember, 3 leaves, leave it be. Leaves of 3, leave it be? That's a better rhyme. But I see what you're getting at. That's poison ivy. Good thing I don't go outside. Man, they really out here handing out benefits like candy. I've never had enough want or willpower to go into a benefits office. I'm just like, yeah, I'll make it work, you know? And OP has that same American can-do attitude. I'm not surprised that Sally did eventually break the camel's back, but I am kind of shocked at the straw that broke it, you know what I mean? Calling autistic people stupid, that's not cool. Autistic people are probably smarter than you or I. They're just smarter in a different way. I might have a touch of autism myself to sit here and read Neckbeard stories every day, sit down and edit the videos, you know what I mean? Autistic people are doggedly determined with the things that they're passionate about, and I think that's beautiful. I think that's something that we could all take away, and it's not a lower form of function, it's a different form of function, which is absolutely fine. So yeah, Sally, definitely a scumbag, as if we didn't know that already, but now we get the cleanest, best pleasure as we jump into the final story and get to watch her entire wedding crash and burn. At least, that's what I'm hoping for. So let's jump into it. Ooh, 10 hours ago? That's hot. That's fresh. Don't burn your tongue. The Legbeard wedding of the century. Hi, Reddit and ReddX. I'm so sad that this saga is ending. We have the cringe, we had the laughs, and you got to know me and my husband Charlie. If you want good news, I'm expecting baby 2, 3, and 4 in 6 months. Holy God, that is terrifying. Wish me luck with that, yeah. But you will get the LegbeardStories saga, so please sit down and witness the royal bearded wedding of the century. Get your Mountain Dew and your Cheetos, take a seat, and please enjoy the wedding. The guest list. OP, pregnant goth girl, black curly hair, American fiance of Charlie, wearing a black lace dress with flats since I was too pregnant to wear heels, and due to my feet swelling up, my heels wouldn't even fit. Charlie, the Englishman that somehow I was lucky enough to have as my fiance. Tall with ginger hair, he was in a black casual suit, aka the matching couple. Molly, Charlie's mother who was in remission. She now had shoulder-length hair and looked happy that her hair was growing back. She wore a blue sundress and white sandals and looked amazing. The wedding party. Sally, the Legbeard princess bride, all dressed in white. Her makeup was dark with dark red lipstick. She even had a crown. Ugh. Now, if this was done right, it could be really pretty, but it's Sally. I'm not shaming any bride who had this. I bet you look beautiful, unless you look like Sally. Larry, the neckbeard prince groom. Classic tuxedo, fit for a prince. Well, a prince of the cosplay neckbeards, at least. Kayla, the mother of the bride, nice and sweet, wore a pink dress with black lace. I guess Sally picked it out because it didn't look good on her. Chrissy, Larry's mother, a sweet lady in her 60s. She wore the same dress as Kayla, and she was excited to see her son getting married. The maid of honor was Sally's sister. Surprise, she actually does have a normal sister, and we actually became friends. She had an hourglass figure. She wore a pink dress with a purple sash. This girl was the opposite of Sally. Bridesmaid 1, one of Sally's minions. Remember part 2 or 3 where I got bullied harshly? Yeah, she was one of them. She looks like Sally, but with brown, greasy hair. She wore a purple and pink dress. Bridesmaids 2 and 3, Legbeard twins. They were more Legbeardy even than Sally. They think that they're hot and tried to flirt with Charlie and failed miserably. Bridesmaid 4, somewhat normal bridesmaid. She was thin and her dress was too long. Best man was Larry's bodybuilder cousin. He wore a classic suit and tie, made the ladies all swoon over him. I don't know why he agreed. Maybe because he's part of Larry's family, but who knows? Well, yeah, somebody asks you to be your best man, you don't turn him down. The hell's that? Groomsman 1, Larry's D&D friend who, like the twin bridesmaid, tried to flirt with Charlie, but failed. I mean, Charlie isn't homophobic. He's a huge supporter, but he's straight and engaged. You really don't have to explain that. Yeah. He didn't want to suck a dick on his wedding day. That's fine. Groomsmen 2, 3, and 4 were all Sally's cousins, so the number was even between the bridesmaids and groomsmen. It doesn't seem like this wedding had much of a theme as far as colors go. Ladies kind of wearing pink, but there's like purple and black thrown in there. Did Sally make an attempt to plan this like at all? I don't know what's going on. She's just like, I don't know, royal wedding. It's royal. Dress up royal. What? Oh, the wedding. The royal bearded wedding was in a ballroom. It was pretty. The mix of purple and pink flowers everywhere. Okay, there is a theme, I guess. The aisle runner was purple, with their last name in the middle. The wedding altar had purple flowers on it, with candles in the background. OP, do you think she has enough purple flowers? Charlie, nope, never enough for her. Thank goodness you took your allergy medication. OP, agreed. We're only here for Larry since he begged us. We went to the groom's side of the seats, and we noticed how most of the guests were on this side of the wedding. Yeah, Sally ain't got many friends. I have no idea why. OP, can't believe I'm here. Why would I even agree? Charlie, because Larry begged? OP, oh. Music plays as guests arrived, and I started humming to the song. It's by Jagged Edge. It's called Let's Get Married. I'm not screwing with Vivo. That's an instant copyright claim. But you can listen to it after the story if you want. After a bit, all the guests had arrived. We heard the song All My Life by Casey and JoJo. Larry walked down the aisle with his mother, then groomsmen with the bridesmaids, and then the best man and maid of honor walked down. Now everyone stood up for the bride. As you do at a wedding. Sally walked with her mom. Sally was all smiles, well, fake smiles, like it was too late to back out smile. Kayla smiled as she walked Sally down the aisle, and once they were at the altar, Kayla gave Sally a hug and took her seat. Larry was in tears, either because she's beautiful or maybe her smell was just getting into his nose. God damn. We all sat as the officiant began the speech. Officiant.
Welcome everybody to Larry and Sally's wedding. Their love story with a fairy tale ending. As we witness the marriage, let's feel the love that they have for each other. They met at a gaming convention and knew that they would marry. Now the couple has written their own vows.
Larry.
Sally, you are my world, a galaxy. You are the most beautiful woman I have ever met. I knew, after 2 weeks of knowing you, I had to marry you. Now, I am with the witness of our family and friends. They see that I love you and only you. You are my everything, Sally, and I can't wait to create our family together.
Little neckbeard family. Sally.
Larry, I met you after my heart was broken into pieces. You didn't judge me and want another man's baby to love. I can't wait to be your wife forever and ever. You are my husband and my favorite person. Now I'm marrying you in front of all these witnesses.
Efficient. Larry, do you take Sally as your wife, for better or worse, and for richer or poor, until death do you part?
Larry.
I do. I always do. Sally, do you take Larry as your husband?
I do.
She didn't even let him finish. Everyone giggled and we just moved on. Efficient.
By the power investment in me and God, I'll pronounce you husband and wife. Larry, go kiss your wife. And I'm gonna go home and kiss my sister wife.
They kissed, and All My Life played as they walked together out of the room to take photos. We walked into the second ballroom for cocktail hour. Wine, sparkling juice, beer, since the reception will have an open bar. We looked around. I had a few snacks like ladyfingers and apples. I had a sparkling apple juice that was meant for children, but the waiter felt bad because there was no water around and I was pregnant. Tell that waiter to get to fuck. Do your job and wait on me. Bring me a goddamn sparkling apple juice. Do not gatekeep it on behalf of the children. I drink what I want. Charlie had a glass of beer, his only drink of the night, because he wants to make sure that he can walk normally. I saw Charlie drunk before. He's really clingy and cuddly when drunk. I won't be allowed to leave him alone without him constantly searching for me. After an hour, we walked back to the ceremony room that changed into a reception room. It was beautiful and kind of tacky. With the purple and pink flowers everywhere. Everywhere. Everywhere, OP? Yes, everywhere, my dear reader. The centerpieces had real fish in them, which many of them died before the night even ended. Oh, that's sad. Guests lined up for the grand entrance of the bride and groom. I would have posted the song here, but I tried to find it and I couldn't. We heard music and wedding dance party as they came in, and then the first dance. They just kind of sway to the song. I'm not judging, they were having fun dancing. It was Take My Hand, which we're not going to play any of this because copyright. Then dinner was served. Charlie and I had the veggie stir fry with orange sauce, surprised that my baby didn't want it. It wasn't very tasty looking, so I just kind of stirred my food. Charlie ate, and then he told me that we'd pick up something else just for me, since that was the only vegetarian meal that they had on the menu. After dinner, everyone went on the dance floor. Charlie and I had fun dancing, and then we hear the bouquet toss. I got off the dance floor and sat down at the table. Sally,
OP, come join. You'll need the luck.
OP, I'm good. I'm not single. They played Single Ladies by Queen Bee, aka Beyonce, as the ladies went onto the dance floor. Sally danced as she got ready to toss the bouquet. She even tried twerking. Oh my God. As she got ready to throw. That was pure cringe. But when she tossed it, it hit Kayla, who wasn't even on the dance floor. The flower bouquet was huge, and it had jewels on it. Now imagine that hitting your head with a bit of force from the toss. A jewel hit her right in the eye. I bet she can't forget her daughter's wedding, since she's now coming home with a black eye. I got some ice for her, plus I helped to cover it so it wouldn't be in the photos of the reception. Sally walked over. Sally,
OP, meet my sister. She's like you, dated Charlie in secondary school.
maid of honor. Hi. She sat down and told me that it didn't really matter because she's married now. OP. Okay. Even if you were single, bitch. Maid of honor. I heard that he's engaged and having a baby with you. You're so pretty. What do women really mean when they say that, though? OP. Thank you. I'm happy with him. Maid of honor. He's a good man. We lost touch after graduation, but I'm happy that he found someone. OP. Yeah, he is. Her husband Sam walked up, and I was surprised that it was one of my family friends. Sam? OP? OP? Sam? It's been forever. Sam? Because last time I saw you was like 8 years ago at your grandfather's funeral. Maid of honor. How do you two know each other? Sam? My grandfather and her grandfather served together during Vietnam. I haven't seen her in years. Now, is that just a small world moment, or is that like the snapping of my suspension of disbelief? You decide, comment section. We began catching up on life. I called Charlie over. They chatted. Then Sally came over and grabbed her sister for some photos. And then, cringe happened. The groomsmen and Larry were in suits of armor with swords. Sounds awesome, honestly. Larry,
I'll fight for my love.
Then a man in a red suit of armor runs in, and he walks up to Larry for a duel. People cheered and went to their seats. Sally was at the sweetheart table. Sally,
whoever wins will get my heart.
Red and Larry grabbed their swords and fence. Larry,
Sally is mine. I love her.
Red, ho ho, you'll lose her like you'll lose this match. This went on for 30 minutes. I might have been cool for 5 minutes. 30 minutes is pushing it. It's probably 5 minutes that felt like 30 minutes. Larry won when Red finally died. And Larry said,
I won my lady's heart.
He ran up and kissed Sally. Sally,
yes, you did.
Then the garter toss. I felt bad for anyone who catches that thing. Then the DJ played Pony. For those who don't know about this song, it's a sex song. As Larry danced sexy as Sally sat down on a chair. Get ready to taste that dinner that you didn't eat for the second time. At the part where the song says, let's do this, Larry went under Sally's dress. Sally wiggled her hips a bit as she bit her lip. God. I had a gross feeling that Larry wanted a piece of that hair pie. Get the hint? It's not subtle, I get it. He got out with the garter in his mouth. He danced around Sally and got ready to toss it. It took all of my strength not to puke. I wanted to literally puke as he did this. I'm sorry that I put this image in your head. I'll pay for your therapy. Again, I'm sorry. That's great. I've DM'd you my PayPal address. I just sat with Charlie in a different room. We sneakily had gotten away from the cringe that was going on in the reception. I don't know, it seems like they're having fun. OP, was it worth going to the wedding? Charlie, but it's a royal theme wedding. OP, now it's a cringe themed wedding. We laughed and walked back in. After dancing and drinking some sparkling apple juice, Larry said,
OP, you look ravishing tonight.
OP, thank you, I guess. Yeah, thank you. Now go tell your wife the same thing, you fucking creep. Charlie, congratulations on your marriage, Larry. See Charlie with the swoop there. The soft redirect. Larry,
she's my soulmate, but I wish she looked like OP. You're one lucky guy, Charlie. OP is hot.
Humble brag. Charlie, yes I am. She is beautiful, even with her 5-month bump. The night was long, then the guest list lined up for the grand exit. We congratulated them as they made their big exit. Charlie and I went to his car, we drove home and changed into PJs. Then we made some popcorn and watched a movie. Epilogue. Oh, there was no meltdown. That's sad. Opie and Charlie got married 3 weeks later. 3 months later, gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, who they named Luna, now expecting triplets. Jinx is a guard cat and became Luna's best friend. She sleeps in Luna's room and will attack if you're near Luna. Sally and Larry filed for divorce after 6 months of marriage. Sally's pregnancy was, of course, proven fake. I knew that, I just wanted to hear it. A lot of people wanted their money and gifts back. Maid of Honor and Sam are still expecting their rainbow baby. They're very excited. I know they will be amazing parents. Bro, OP, do you know what a rainbow baby is? I don't know how to tell you this, man. A rainbow baby is a baby that died, like, before birth. It's like a stillborn neonatal death baby. Why are they excited for that? How are they gonna parent? Oh, oh God. I don't know what you actually meant here, if it's a slip of the tongue or what, but rainbow baby, though it sounds very nice, is not a good thing. Holy Jesus. Molly adopted a puppy named Rosie. She's still in remission and very happy to be a grandmother. Next is the LegbeARD saga. Have a great day or night. To ReddX, thank you for reading. I never thought you would because it was cringe. I mean, cringe is kind of what we do. But I hope that you had fun reading it. Thanks for the support, no matter how big or how small. I really was hoping for just like a giant meltdown or something like that. It's unfortunate that that didn't happen, but I guess it's mostly because you were swerving Sally the entire time, staying away from the bride and groom, as is probably well advised during most weddings anyways. You don't want to get caught in the stampede or something like that, right? Honestly, it sounds like they had fun at their wedding, and that's the most important thing. The cringiest part about the wedding story was basically OP's reaction to it. She's like, oh my God, this is so cringe. Just like, dude, they're fucking partying. They're having a good time. They're doing exactly what they want to do, which is what life's all about. So you don't have to like it, but you don't necessarily have to shit on it either. I would love to have a ceremony that allowed me to mock murder a man in a stage duel for the hand of my wife. But maybe I do just have a touch of the neckbeardism as well, you know? Ain't that just like the goth kids to think that they're too cool for school? I don't know if we'll get into the LegbeARD saga, but who really knows, you know, maybe some people will demand it, and then I'll be happy to deliver, as per usual. If you did enjoy the story, the series even, I hope that you like, comment, and or subscribe if you have not done so yet. Maybe share the video around if you should like. Or you can wait for that full saga, which will probably be up within 30 days or so. I hope that you will check out the links in the description as well. There's my wife's channel, Mr. and Mrs. ReddX, the Teespring if you're trying to rock the merch, my personal subreddit, r/ReddXRead, where all these stories were posted. We got that Amazon affiliate link, which currently goes to my microphone, but if you click on through, buy anything else on Amazon, I get kicked back a little something, which is pretty sweet. That's a win-win. We also got my social medias, of course, Twitter, Facebook, and the Discord. Oh, and my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons. I would like to thank them all, but especially Calvicus, Fatboy Shrimp, Robert Waits, TSM Kirby, Teddy the Police, Aaron W, Delicious Jelly Donut, Candy Sora, Firedrake, Libison, Silent Revolvers, Atheris, Zero MMX, Little Lone Wolf, Vanilla Mel, Rouse Tower, Caustic Fox, Derpy Tricks, Aaron Lennox, Fisher Diggy, Hap Hat Japan, OG James Cook, JM Coon, Jerry, John Hero, KK, Miss Monday, Magdalene Marshall Thornrose, Melgar the Destroyer, Mirthful Baker, Mr. J, my boy Nat One Nick, Lady Nix, Katykins and Elizabeth, Sidestep, Cider Drinker, Serrated Ash, Siegfried, Steampunk Alley, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tamago, Tato Ferret, That Duck and Bug, Fusky, Treeberg, Redwind, Goose Honk, Leon Embers, Naga Viper, John Indoors, A Normal Joe, A Roxers, Cake Jerry, that's a different Jerry. Crafty Kitty Cat, Mark 211, Maybe Next Time, Origami Cam, Princess Rosalie, Ghosty, The Last Shinobi, and the Maestro himself, Zuka Cervantes. And we have a new friend joining us. I'm sure he will become a super heavyweight. Let us welcome to the stage 10-Ton Monster. I love that name. It's fucking awesome. I hope that some other folks out there will consider joining up with the Patreon, but if you can't do it right now, I do understand, friends. What's most important is that you spend some time with me today, and I hope that you'll come on back and do the exact same thing tomorrow. I mean, it's gonna be a different story, but you know what I'm saying, right? In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe watching some more ReddX videos, if and you want. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I will see you in the next one. And until then, friends, bye-bye.